Say something funny, Casey.
Cheers.
That wasn't very funny.
Not me. It's also 6:30 in the morning.
6:05 in the morning, we're going to Seattle. Hello.
Hey guys. Kate?
Okay, that's me.
Hello friendly face of the internet, it's me, writer, director, and artist Cade Taylor, and you're probably wondering what the heck you just saw in that opening. Well, as you may recognize, I'm back in my childhood bedroom, because I flew up to Seattle with my brother yesterday for Thanksgiving. And unbeknownst to him, I figured why not, during this 1,000-mile trip, test him and see how funny he is on camera. So this is that. Now you're probably thinking miles aren't really a test of time, but that's not going to stop me from using that as a ticking clock to see whether or not my brother can prove that he's actually a funny person. So at 6 o'clock we woke up and caught an Uber to LAX, and that was the first of many times when I asked him to tell me something funny.
Alright, Casey, say something funny.
Jade, I'm more of an organic comment. You can't just put me on the spot like that.
And why am I doing this? Well, more so than anybody, I'm aware that my videos lack humor. And instead of me, trying and learning how to be funny, I figured why not put the onus of that responsibility on somebody else, particularly my brother. So this is pretty much his audition tape, and me critiquing it. Now I'll let him off the hook for that one because we're still in an Uber, he hadn't had his coffee yet, and he was still warming up. But it's definitely a rocky start. Luckily we're not at the airport, so he still has plenty of time to redeem himself and prove that he's actually funny.
Thank you guys, have a safe flight.
Thank you. Hey Casey, tell me something funny. I did not hear that.
It's okay. I didn't really need to say that.
For this one, I think he said bienvenidos a la mañana, but I can't really tell. Either way, it doesn't really make sense, and I didn't find it particularly funny. Also, his enunciation could be stronger, which is an issue I deal with as well, so that's definitely going in the notes. So far, he is definitely 0 for 2.
Some like it hot. Some like it not.
Now that we've had our coffee, can you say something funny?
Kate, I've had one sip. And I have a runny nose. I think this is my hypothermia coming back to get me.
Haha.
Okay, maybe it's just me, but this just feels like he's making excuses at this point.
Hey Casey,
Yeah.
now that we're waiting at the airline to board,
Yeah?
can you say something funny?
What's a geologist's favorite music genre?
What?
Hard rock. Am I getting better?
I don't know. I think my standard is getting worse.
Now, what's nice about this one is that he actually tried to be funny. Whether or not it actually was funny is irrelevant, it wasn't, but he tried. I also don't understand the stipulation of it being hard rocks for geologists, but maybe that's just some geology reference that's going over my head.
Thank you.
Hey Casey,
What?
now that we're on our way and about to get on the plane, can you say something funny?
Oh, you already got my joke.
I don't have it qualified as funny.
You don't know what I think that's your problem, not mine.
Okay, now that we're boarding the plane, this is where we're starting to see a little attitude. Perhaps all this time being on camera is going to his head and he's starting to develop or cultivate a diva personality. I'm not totally sure. It could also be that 1 cup of coffee wasn't enough to wake him up, if I'm to play devil's advocate. Either way, he's really putting me on the fence about whether or not I want him to assume my comedic personality.
Hey Casey, say something funny.
You've just been sitting there the whole time waiting for me to come back.
Pretty much.
Now, him being funny on the plane ride was different because we were on opposite sides of the plane. I was adjacent to the bathroom and he was, sitting luxuriously up in first class. So I was hoping that might play a little bit more into him being able to come up with a humorous idea. Apparently it didn't. I knew he'd have to pee, so I figured when he comes back I'd be able to ask him a question. And although he did point out the humorous fact that I was waiting for him, I don't really think that was funny in and of itself. I mean, that being the one joke for the entire 3-hour plane ride, a little underwhelming.
Hey, Casey, tell me something funny.
Nothing funny about that kid. Alright, what's an owl's favorite band?
What's an owl's favorite band?
Yeah.
I don't know.
The Who.
Oh, okay.
After disembarking the plane, I decided to give him another shot, and so I figured to ask him to tell me something funny again. That was the joke he came up with. I definitely knew the punchline, but I figured I'd give him the shot and let him deliver it. What we see there is a reversal of progress. I'd almost say that the geology joke was better, which at the time I didn't think was possible.
Look at kid. They're close.
Hey, Casey.
Yeah, no.
Now that we're on the train, tell me something funny.
I don't even want to acknowledge you anymore, kid.
Once we got on the metro, I figured, let's give him another shot. Now, if Casey's going to be my humorist and comedic personality, he's going to have to give us a better work ethic than what he's been providing throughout the day. These attitude problems he's been presenting have been constantly present, and I'm definitely going to have to do something to curb that in the future if we decide to go forward.
Take me with you. Kid.
Couldn't keep this secret forever. Hey, Casey.
Yeah.
Just say something funny now that we're on the ferry.
No, Cade, I'm never gonna say anything funny to you ever again. You're just gonna hurt me. You're just gonna break my heart. You're gonna break my pride. You're gonna shake my confidence daily.
Now we're witnessing an unfortunate turn of events as we're waiting for the ferry. It seems the pressure of performance has been too much for him, and now he's just shutting down. I understand the eyes of the expectant can weigh a little heavy, but I was definitely hoping for better resolve from my older brother.
All alcoholic beverages must be consumed in the galley. Thank you for your attention, and we hope you enjoy your trip.
Hey, Casey. Now that we're on the ferry and have gotten coffee and are sitting down, do you want to say something funny?
At this point, we're on the ferry approaching our hometown, so I really hope that being in the 11th hour of this whole ordeal would spark a second wind. Sadly, it didn't, and it looks like he has given up.
Hey, Casey. Now that we're home, do you want to say something funny for the last time?
Now, at this point, we were already home, and that was supposed to be the end of this entire experiment. However, I figured, out of the kindness of my heart and, perhaps pity, I'd give him one last chance to prove to me that he has a funny bone in his body.
I didn't have anything to say all day. I don't know why you keep asking me.
So I gave him one more chance to say something funny. He did not. Instead, he moved to punch me in the face. So in conclusion, I'm going to have to continue to be my own personality. Perhaps if I take enough improv classes, I might actually become funny. But until then, this is writer, director, and auteur Cade Taylor, signing off.